Alright, this is just a quick little video showing some of the details I found while doing some research on the follower. And as you can see from this image, the follower is actually mounted with the face in, and there's some kind of a block or something here that attaches to the follower itself, probably a strip of Velcro. And you can see here again it's facing inward. The buttons would be on the left side of the follower, so the face of it is indeed facing toward the actor. So in this case, many times you see the follower being worn with the face out during costuming, and that is not correct. They end up putting Velcro on the back side, and it's from these images it's most likely on the front and mounted on a small little raised area right there. So I'm going to advance it forward here to the next image and see what we can see here. Let's grab the next image. Okay, we're looking at it here. And again, if you see here, there seems to be some indicator of a gap or like a block right here holding on to the follower on the belt itself right there. So let's go to the next image here. Okay, again you see it's face in, and the buttons are indeed on the left of the follower, and you don't really see any raised area there. On some of the close-up shots where they show a slide, apparently they added an added piece around the face of it that's kind of slipped on, I guess, during filming, so that they can change out the slide fairly quickly. It's a much smaller screen, so it's kind of doesn't really follow the way the or go toward the way the follower actually looks, because this is a much smaller screen on close-up. So from what I understand, this piece is removable, and a lot of the replicas that you see, this piece is mounted right on the body of the follower itself, and it should indeed be removable, and it should be a standard follower with an added piece. But I've seen it done with this piece is actually permanently part of the prop, which I don't think is actually correct in what it actually is supposed to be, because you can see here right after that scene, right away you don't see any added piece here at all, because it didn't need to be in this particular shot. So this is a standard follower, and the scene just before that showing the close-up, they would have slipped the front piece on the front of that so that you could actually see the image or the slide that was placed there. So during the entire movie, all the followers are the standard version, and the added piece is really only during the close-up shots when they show the images. Here again you see some kind of a piece right here on the belt. That's where the follower would be attached, right there. So we're going to go on to the next image. And here, when he pulls off the follower here to scan the runner, again you see a piece here. This is right where the follower was, and you could actually hear kind of the sound of Velcro, I think, when he removes it. So it's pretty likely that that is a piece of Velcro, with a piece of Velcro obviously on the follower itself. And that would be on the face. And we rarely ever see the face of the follower in any scenes unless it is a close-up, and that would be that added piece. So there's really only one time you actually see the face of it, but it's at a distance. I think when Francis VII was using his, but here you see in this scene that again it's attached at the top. There's some gap here, so while he's running it's bouncing. You can see that it leaves a gap, so there's no contact at all at that point. So we're going to move on to the next image, and here you again see a little gap there, and added little, maybe a spacer piece right there, a little thing that the follower connects to. You can see the buttons on this side of the follower. So we're going to go to the next scene. Okay, let's take a look. Again, facing in, buttons are on this side or the left side of the follower, facing inward, and this again is just a standard one. There's no added piece because in this particular case it didn't need to be there, and I'm sure it's probably fairly lightweight and it can be held on easily with Velcro. And here's another shot of it. Here you can kind of see it there. Again, attached to the belt, facing inward. And let's go to the next shot. Okay, here's when Francis 7 is using it to scan that area for the door that uses the key. But this is a standard. You can see it's a normal size screen right here. Normal size. It's not the tiny little itty bitty one. And then in the next scene, you can see really the only time that the upper dome is lit is when he is holding it in this particular scene. You can see some light there. It is lit. But yeah, there's probably, and I don't know if you can see, but there may be a small piece of Velcro right there. But again, from my images, I can't really see it all that well. So I'm going to back it up one. I don't know. You can't really tell. I mean, I'm looking at it, but you can almost see maybe some indicator right in here that there might be a piece of Velcro right there. It's really kind of hard to tell from this image. But anyway, this is just some research I did and wanted to pass it on. And again, this is the standard size follower. This is the size that I'm doing here, and it's the one with the larger screen on the top, and no added front piece at all.